completed the marking of multiple choice questions and started marking insha and composition. Since I talk to you 2 or 3 times a week, it will be premature for me to give you. We had a schedule. So in the inside of the next 2 weeks, that was our schedule. In the inside of the next 2 weeks, the results should be out by that time. Should there be any change for any particular reason, we'll let you know. Like I said, we are on track. And you remember that we are doing all these things at a time when there is a restriction of movement, and perhaps the number of examiners that are able to appear is reduced because of the restriction and personal choice. If you choose that you don't want to go to Nairobi because you think you might get what is there, we can't force you to come. So I think we shall keep updating you on the progress, and we shall keep sharing any events that we find that are circulating fake papers which we have affirmed that are fake. And we are seeing unusual interest in fake papers, but I hope you captured the integrity of the boxes that we are opening there. And in those boxes, those examination scripts, as soon as you put one on Mtandao, we are able to know where it was opened from. And we are then able to trace where it was opened from. Like the case in Rongo, which is already in the public domain, where I think the askari was deflected with a good cup of tea, innocently, and that gave the center manager the opportunity to go to his office with the box, open it, and take a photo and scan it. The important thing to remember here is that this scanning is done after 6 o'clock. And usually, we are just confusing our children. Because there is no way you can cram the content and then convey it to children when the police are there. So you know, that's why I'm saying, let us have the police too. One must be doing rounds. So that's going on now. The second paper is the one that is usually under attack, but we have ensured that that attack is thwarted, and that even if you are able to get a few crooks to sit for the paper, they are unable to get the paper back to the children in the examination hall. This is happening in about 0.001%. The annoying thing is that it is taking quite a bit of our time. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, our children have done very well. As far as the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education is concerned, the marking of the multiple choice is complete. We are now marking insha and composition. And I would want to inform the nation that there was a very, very unfortunate incident in Kcpe where a child was taken out of an examination room and sent home. You will recall that His Excellency the President has directed that any child who presents himself or herself to an examination center must be allowed to take the exam. All the other things can be discussed later. So we hope that the teacher who had the audacity to cause this child to miss English composition will be severely disciplined by the Regulator Teacher Service Commission. As far as the child is concerned, we at the Ministry of Education shall ensure that justice is done to that child. That child shall be graded without that composition, because it was not the child's fault.